Advocate Today, I'm Tracy Gilchrist. All over the world, members of the LGBTQ community are forced to leave their homes to escape oppression. Similar to the Underground Railroad's efforts to free slaves in America, the Rainbow Railroad is using its worldwide network to locate and extract LGBTQ people to freedom. I spoke to Rainbow Railroad CEO Kimahli Powell about the work being done, the state of the oppression across the world, and their Road to Freedom Literacy Festival. Hi, welcome Kimahli Powell, CEO of Rainbow Railroad. Thank you so much for being here. I wanted just to begin by asking you a little bit about your background and how you arrived at Rainbow Railroad.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. By way of my own background, I spent my career working in social justice through a number of organizations. I think, I am Canadian-born, family of immigrants from the Caribbean, Jamaica and Cuba, and Jamaica in particular criminalizes same-sex intimacy. So I've seen, firsthand what it's like to be from the diaspora of a country where many people that support Rainbow Railroad escapes. And I think the privilege that I have of being born in a high-income country kind of fueled my social justice and advocacy work, working through international development organizations, working on legal policy, working with organizations on the front lines of protecting people living with HIV. The opportunity of Rainbow Railroad, the opportunity I had to help build the organization. I was literally the only staff person full-time with a contract support worker. Was an extraordinary opportunity for me to kind of use my experience and worldview and really build a movement that is here to help protect and support LGBTQI+ people around the world at risk.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for that. And I wonder, it's such a critical time. I mean, it has been for ages, but there's just this doubling down of anti-LGBTQ hate and actions against queer people. And currently Russia doubled down on its LGBT propaganda law. So I wonder if you would talk about some recent actions that Rainbow Railroad has been involved in to protect queer people.
Yeah, I still am hopeful that the tide of progress bends in the right direction. We did see some positive rulings in the Caribbean this year, in Singapore, or last year. And so, there's still hope, but it's not undeniable that there is a very clear regression of rights in many parts of the world. We are seeing it happen in Russia, many requests from Russia, alongside Ukraine still. But we also see the intersection of regressive policies and geopolitical humanitarian crises like in Afghanistan, where we've been able to help hundreds of people now. Rainbow Railroad helped 400 people relocate from around the world last year in 2022 and provided support to nearly 2,000 more.
That's incredible. Thank you for that work. And, I wanted to chat with you a little bit about this festival that you have coming up, a literary festival to raise funds to help get that work done. And it's this incredible kind of coalescing, because right now we're seeing here in the United States, LGBTQ books are being banned in states like Florida, and kids, any kind of queer people, any age of queer people, can't get access to their own stories in many ways. So would you talk about the kind of intersecting of what you do with this other thing that's been going on that's an attempt to erase us?
We've been engaged with the Biden administration, for nearly 2 years since the release of an important memorandum on LGBTQ+ rights. And we have been trying to increase resettlement of LGBTQI+ people in the United States. We are making really good progress and hope to announce more soon. But it's also awkward at a time where we are advocating for more refugees in the United States when LGBT plus people are have laws in many states that are targeting trans people and their families. And one remarkable fact is that in 2022, the United States, where Rainbow Railroad is based, received the top 10, within the top 10 of requests for help within the United States, sometimes of US citizens asking for Rainbow Railroad's help for relocation. And I think that speaks to a lot of fear. And it's not just about anti-LGBT plus legislation. We saw a spike in requests for help even after Roe v. Wade, and the clear parallel Supreme Court justices made between that and protection of marriage. And I was grateful to be at the signing of the Respect for Marriage Act that the president signed into law. It's for these reasons why we need to continue to fight for our rights, and that our rights are never guaranteed. And I think that's what's really special about this festival. You know, it is a series of authors, hosted by Richard Moray, that has people who know what it's like to be at the front lines. You know, I worked for an HIV/AIDS organization, and view Peter Staley as a crucial figure in the movement. And so it's a group of authors who can speak firsthand about their stories, and we believe at Rainbow Railroad that storytelling is a powerful part of our work.
Absolutely. I always say that it's almost as important as policy, I think, getting those stories out there. Would you talk a little bit about some of the other folks who are going to be there? I recall Tori Peters, who wrote
Tori Peters, Richie Hoffman, Nicole, Dennis Ben, and Chen. It's just a powerful lineup of artists who are going to read from part of their works and list personal stories and essays. It's the theme is that storytelling helps heal humanity's wounds.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I wonder, is there anything else you'd like to say about how the run of that evening will go? Or can you give us some information about how people can actually wind up there?
Yeah, so it starts at 6 p.m. In Manhattan at Penn 1. And, I believe tickets are still available. If you go to our website, rainbowrailroad.org, you can find out more information. But expect to be in a community of authors who are sharing their personal work and lending their personal work to this cause, and the proceeds go towards Rainbow Railroad. One remarkable thing about us is that our operating budget is entirely built by private resources and communities, and it's been the generosity of people around the world now who has really fueled this work. And this is just one more way to help support Rainbow Railroad's work.
Fantastic. And this is on January 12th, correct?
It's January 12th.
Yes. Okay, great. And I wanted to give you an opportunity, if there's something else you'd like to say about Rainbow Railroad, the work that you're currently doing, or something coming up, I want to give you the opportunity to share that.
Yeah, I can't get into too many details, but I will say that we're really close to an opportunity to support the relocation of more LGBTQ plus refugees into the United States, something that we've been advocating and supporting for a while now.
Thank you so much to Kimahli for that conversation. To learn more or to help get involved, visit rainbowrailroad.org. And for more content and coverage that advocates for you, visit advocatechannel.com. You can also check us out on any streaming platform. I'm Tracy E. Gilchrist. I'll see you next time.